Just as I was about to rub my head to ease the headache, I found I had no hands. A huge exclamation mark hovered above my head. Looking down again, I saw a thick, strong snake tail. Golden, coiled like an incense coil. I was terrified. I wanted to scream, to make a sound, but only a hiss escaped. I looked up at the sky, tears welling but unable to fall. I thought, this must be a dream. Otherwise, it makes no sense at all. I'm a real, genuine human. How could I possibly turn into a snake? Flicking my forked tongue, I miserably coiled myself up. Shrinking into the bushes, I hypnotized myself. Sleep, sleep. Wake up, wake up. And when I opened my eyes again, I'll be that workhorse toiling away in the office again. I still couldn't quite control my serpentine instincts. Hisses kept escaping from my mouth. From being terrified of the sound at first, I was now accustomed to it. I silently thought to myself, whose fate is so utterly miserable? It's mine. I stayed in the bushes for half a day, absolutely unwilling to come out, mainly because I simply didn't know how to control my own body. I went from a four-limbed creature to a long snake. The species jump was just too immense. Heaven truly played a cruel joke on me. Although my stomach was rumbling with hunger, I remained utterly still. With a what's the point attitude, I thought, just let me starve to death. It's not real anyway. Because I had become a snake, my sensitivity to light had greatly increased. I felt that outside the bushes, there seemed to be a particularly warm spot. I poked my head out and saw a white goat. It was drinking water by the stream. The goat had clearly been well fed. It looked wonderfully plump. My vision seemed to tunnel, everything else blurring away. Involuntarily, in my mind, I conjured up the delicious taste of lamb. I was truly starving. I hadn't had hot pot lamb in ages. And the next second, the white goat was gone. Puzzled, I stretched more of my snake body out to sea. A black snake, even thicker than me, came into view. Then I looked at its belly. The shape of the white goat was unmistakably clear. Do snakes eat snakes? I froze, dumbfounded, having lived in human society for 20 years. How could I possibly wield a snake's body with ease? In just a second? The next moment, the black snake looked at me. Its gaze was sharp, filled with murderous intent. My heart leaped. I didn't dare to move a muscle. Then it opened its gaping maw. I thought it was going to swallow me whole. Just as I was about to flee, it let out a series of hisses. And I actually understood them. Such a beautiful female snake. I like you so much. Will you be my wife? My eyes instantly widened. I couldn't believe it. So, he wasn't trying to eat me, but trying to mate with me? I'd heard of lewd men's advances, but I never thought I'd be propositioned by a snake today. I almost died laughing. This world is truly bizarre. I dared not stop, quickly twisting my snake tail, ready to leave. Unfortunately, my escape attempt failed. The giant snake stretched its head, blocking my escape route completely. The black snake's tail had already encircled me. It opened its mouth at me again. From this angle, I could clearly, unmistakably see the black snake's two fangs, gleaming with a cold light. Before it could even make a sound, my eyes rolled back, and I fainted. In a hazy moment, I felt something coiling around me, wrapping tighter and tighter. I never thought I'd wake up again. Nor did I think I'd still be a snake when I did. I lay on a pile of golden straw. This pile of straw, by estimation, could comfortably fit a dozen snakes my size. Where was I? My dazed head spun even more. What? That snake really did fancy me? How can a person? At least, I shouldn't be this unlucky. Enslaved by a heartless boss, squeezed dry by a ruthless life, now inexplicably transported to another world and turned into a snake. And I have to be a snake's wife? This damned, overwhelming sense of injustice. I looked around. The giant snake wasn't there. Looking around again, only the area at the bottom of the cave was covered with grass. Other places were either jumbled rocks or treacherous moss, or both jumbled rocks and treacherous moss. Now's my chance to run. Then, I began to struggle with this newly acquired snake body. I awkwardly twisted my golden snake body. I deeply regretted not practicing control over this body earlier. It was really no good at all. But couldn't this count as experiencing the joy of a slender, graceful waist? I found humor in my misery. Finally, after bumping into the rocks once, twice, 3 times, I awkwardly stumbled and crawled to the cave entrance. But just as I huffed and puffed my way to the entrance, the path ahead seemed to darken. I raised my head, puzzled. And then the venomous black snake returned. Its tongue, glinting with a cold light, was staring at me without blinking. Heaven is forsaking me, I roared internally. Yet my body dared not move an inch. Like an old monk in deep meditation, I steeled myself and met the black snake's chilling gaze. Just then, the black snake opened its enormous mouth. I only saw its sharp fangs. My mind went blank. Today was my doomsday. I gently closed my eyes, waiting for the searing pain of venom injecting into me. But after a long wait, nothing happened. I stealthily opened my eyes. The black snake was still tilting its head, looking at me, its pupils, black as obsidian, shone with a strange light. Wifey, wifey, wifey. Little god, I've come specifically for you. Wifey must love me too, right? Wifey, why aren't you speaking? Wifey, wifey, wifey. Is wifey afraid of me, Wifey, are you playing with me? Playing? You call this playing? I'm about to be suffocated. Wifey, you can rest assured. I'm the strongest snake. I'm very good at hunting. I definitely won't let you or our babies go hungry. As for mating, although I haven't tried it yet, I can certainly make you comfortable. So cold. Why is the snake's nature so chilly? One rub and I get goosebumps all over. No, a shiver of snake skin. Although the snake didn't eat me, having this snake consider me its mate also doesn't sound like very good news. Oh, what a pity. Can wifey truly not speak? Wifey's parents raised her so poorly. Angry. Could it be that they despised wifey for having too small a snake body and so they just abandoned wifey and then abused wifey? I'm going to feed wifey until she's plump and healthy. It's mealtime. Time to feed wifey. Wifey, I'm about to shed my skin. After I shed, I'll enter my mating season. So, during this time, I must make sure you're well fed and strong. Otherwise, you won't be able to handle it. I was utterly shocked. Mating season? Oh, heavens. This isn't funny at all. The black snake loosened the tail coiled around me. Its tail swayed flexibly, and it effortlessly exited the cave. In no time, it was back. This time, it was carrying a bloody goat carcass in its mouth. I thought I'd be disgusted. But in reality, my mouth watered. The moment my tongue saw the goat, it was filled with an intense craving for food. Wifey, wifey. Quick, eat. The meat is very delicious. I specifically picked this one for you. It's a strong, adult goat from the herd. I couldn't resist the smell of blood. With a speed I couldn't have imagined, I bit into the goat's neck and got a mouthful of fur. Honestly, I was baffled. The excited black snake in front of me was also baffled. Does wifey not know how to eat? Wifey, you just need to swallow it whole. We're not humans. No need to chew. Wifey, your parents truly deserve 1,000 cuts. At home, did you only get to eat the scraps left by other snakes, the leftovers? You've never eaten a whole prey animal, so you don't know how to eat it? Is that it, huh? Oh, my poor wifey. Alright, you said all the good things and compliments yourself. Anyway, I don't know how the original owner lived their life before. Oh. I only know that I'm not doing well right now. I felt a terrible discomfort in my stomach. But seeing such a large prey animal and being expected to swallow it whole with my small mouth filled me with fear. I couldn't. Someone had already laid the food before me. Yet I couldn't eat it. Just leave me alone. I planned to starve myself to death. These were the first words I spoke to the black snake. The black snake was stunned. Wifey's voice is so beautiful. Wait, wifey, you can talk? Seeing the black snake's shocked expression, I nodded in a very human-like manner. Wifey, do you think you can't swallow it? I nodded in a human-like way. Wifey, don't worry. A snake's mouth has special mechanisms, you know, you can definitely do it if you try. If not, I'll tear it into smaller pieces. Anyway, I won't let you starve. Come on, you can do it. So, under the black snake's encouragement, trembling slightly, I launched a second attack on the goat. I forced down my human aversion and tried hard to open my mouth and swallow half of it, but the psychological urge to vomit surged uncontrollably. I didn't even have time to react, and I vomited out that half of the goat. The regurgitated goat was still covered in transparent fluid. Looking particularly eerie, I completely gave up hope. Fine, I don't want to eat. Just let me go. Find another snake to be your wife. I admit, this black snake in front of me is a handsome snake. Truly a vibrant black. And such a large one. When that powerful snake tail coiled around its prey, it was incredibly impressive. Wifey, what are you saying? Am I, hey yow, that kind of snake? Wifey, don't be afraid, huh? I'll just tear the goat into smaller pieces, okay? No. Why are you so stubborn? I don't want to be a burden. You actually like me? I'm too lazy to hiss anymore. I gave up. My body coiled tightly like an incense coil. I buried myself in the grass. Hey Yao was diligently tearing the goat apart. The scent of blood permeated the entire cave. It smelled so good. It was almost drawing my soul away. Hey Yao was very fast. In a flash, he tore the goat, which was as big as a small hill, into many small pieces. Wifey, you can eat now. I ignored him, burying myself even deeper, allowing the straw to press down on me. Seeing that I was ignoring him, the black snake began to get agitated. Anxious hissing sounds kept coming. Wifey. How about I feed you? Even if you don't want to talk to me, please eat something, okay? To be honest, I was a little touched. When I was human, no one had ever cared for me so much. And now, I was being doted on by a black snake. I knew this wasn't an ordinary place, just by the things the black snake said. And its size. It was either Ultraman's world, or a world of fantasy. I sighed. Well, I'm already here, so be it. I can't really starve to death, can I? After all, before I transmigrated, I was still well-fed and hydrated. It makes no sense to starve now. The black snake was pacing frantically, its tail almost tying itself in knots. Wifey. Stop howling. I'm coming out now. Wifey, eat. I looked, grabbed a piece of meat, put it in my mouth, and swallowed it. Soon, the food on the ground had disappeared, replaced by the roundness of my belly. He hissed happily. Wifey is amazing. With my lifeless snake eyes, I must admit this whole situation is quite a trial. After that feeding session, the black snake and I became more familiar. Hearing him hiss wifey no longer provoked any strange reactions from me, mainly because he was so good at taking care of me. When he went out hunting, he would take me with him. He'd place me on his enormous snake body, and as he slithered, swaying back and forth, I could feel the pull of his muscles. Every now and then, he'd stop to rest. At such times, he would use the tip of his tail to rub against me, even wrapping my tail tip around his in circles, entwining them. At first, I was quite unwilling, finding it very strange, but I couldn't resist him. And it was actually quite comfortable. So I just let him do it. When we passed by the stream, I could see our reflections on the water's surface. One big, one small, one black, one golden. An inexplicable harmony emanated from us. Moreover, during hunts, he would sometimes let me experience the thrill of coiling around prey. During it, he'd hiss, Wifey, you're amazing. That's right, a little more force. The prey isn't dead yet. Wifey, don't relax yet. The compliments were truly overwhelming. And so, amidst his cheers and applause, the prey I caught grew larger and larger, and I could now swallow entire prey animals whole. My 8-meter-long snake body, however, hadn't changed much. Hey-ya was distraught about this for several days. Wifey, why aren't you growing? You're so small. What if you can't handle my style when the time comes? Then get a different one. He was over 10 meters. I was 8 meters, clearly not the same snake species. I don't know why he fell for me. Interspecies romance is not advisable. I considered myself capable of being his friend, but not his mate. Good. I haven't forgotten the fact that I'm human. I felt a little relieved. Hey-yao's body seemed to stiffen and lengthen upon hearing me. Wifey must be joking, right? I clearly felt the air grow noticeably colder. I shivered. Wow. This snake really has the talent to be a dominant CEO. As the saying goes, when a dominant CEO gets angry, the air is the first to suffer. He continued to hiss, his tone clearly displeased. No, I've decided on you. The moment I saw you, I fell completely in love. Worst comes to worst, I won't go through the mating season. After saying this, he huffily left the cave. Wifey, you rest. I'm going hunting. Watching his retreating figure, I was utterly astonished. Could it be that I transmigrated into some fantasy world? A snake could actually say, worst comes to worst, I won't go through the mating season if I don't go through it. So steadfast and devoted? Snakes even practice pure love now, as I thought. Idly, I used the tip of my tail to hook and unhook a piece of straw. Uncoil, coil, love. His charm was too great. I couldn't help it. Could it be that I transmigrated into some novel? I was a little overwhelmed, mainly because I'd read so many novels. And many of them I'd skipped chapters in. Even if I'd read it, I wouldn't know which one it was. How vexing. The black snake's shedding period arrived just like that. Hey-yao's tongue was covered with a thin membrane. His snake skin was also dry. And its color actually showed a faint whiteness, not as black as before. Wifey, I'm shedding these next few days. Then shed. Wifey, you're so cold. There was a pile of dry branches in the cave, which the black snake had brought in, preparing for his own shedding. Deep down, I was still a little worried. And also a little curious. Watching a snake shed its skin up close. I had truly never experienced that before. Hey-yao. Does it hurt when you shed your skin? Wifey, don't you know what shedding feels like? Oh my goodness. Now, even as a cold-blooded animal. His one sentence made cold sweat stream down me. Of course, I know. I was just concerned about you. The black snake was indeed fooled by me. Excited hissing sounds rose and fell. Thank you for your concern, wifey, but I don't feel any pain. I'm the strongest snake, you know. The day he shed his skin was truly an eye-opener. The translucent skin started from his head. He moved slowly amidst the pile of dry branches, using the friction between his body and the branches to pull off his old skin. His movements were slow yet incredibly smooth. I coiled my snake body, craning my neck to watch him shed. It was so mesmerizing. The areas where he had already shed revealed scales that were exceptionally bright, soft, and shimmering black, as if polished with the finest agent. With his movements, the shed skin had already reached the tip of his tail. I fixated on his tail, thinking, just a little bit more. Go for it. Although his movements were smooth because his body was simply too enormous, it still took a good deal of effort to shed completely. After he finished shedding, he rested in place for a moment. But I was truly curious. I twisted my snake body and slithered towards him. Once close, I extended the tip of my tail and lightly poked the tip of his tail. How do you feel? Are you okay? He stiffened for a moment, then turned his head. His eyes seemed even brighter than before he shed his skin. Wifey, I'm a little uncomfortable. Can I coil around you for a bit? I thought, yes, because I was captivated by his beauty. The black snake looked even better after shedding. Yes. The black snake heard this and reacted like a dog getting a bone, or a person finding a treasure. He quickly coiled me beneath his body. Who understands? I didn't even touch the dry branches. My belly rested against his belly, and my back was still pressed against his belly. A very familiar position. He still only left me enough space to breathe. The black snake's tongue brushed against mine. His forked tongue kept flicking out, brushing against the corner of my mouth, a second before I could hiss. He hissed. Wifey, you can drape the skin I shed over yourself. I was very careful just now. There aren't any tears in that skin, you know. Wifey, didn't you dislike slithering around on those rotten leaves, swimming back and forth? If you wear my shed skin, you won't get those dirty things on you. I was a little touched. This black snake was truly quite thoughtful. Thank you. Wifey, don't thank me. I really like wifey. Ever since the black snake shed his skin, he always, when I wasn't paying attention, would coil around the tip of my tail. Whether I was sleeping or when I was eating. This day was also like his usual activity. He and I went hunting together, but he was much more agitated than usual. He didn't swallow his prey directly. Instead, he tore it into pieces. Ultimately, it benefited me, stuffing my belly until it was round. I thought he was just in a bad mood, and didn't think much of it. Then, after we had eaten our fill, as we were heading back to the cave, we encountered an uninvited guest. It was also a snake, several meters long. But this one was a female, because her hissing sound translated in my mind as a female voice. The moment the female snake appeared, Hey Yao's agitated state became even more pronounced. A light bulb suddenly went off in my head. What are the signs of a snake's mating season again? Agitated female snakes emit a unique scent, attracting male snakes to mate. Look, that's your kind. She's also in heat. Why don't you try with her? The black snake, whose body was as dark as medicine, upon hearing my words, a faint red glow seemed to flash in his eyes. Wifey, what are you saying? You're making me very angry. Looking into his eyes, I felt a little guilty. From his perspective, I really wasn't a good person. Here he was, treating me well with good food and drink, even hunting for me. He not only taught me how to hunt, but also hunted for me. What a rare and good snake. Hey Yao, I was doing it for your own good. She'd be a better match for you. The black snake's aura grew even colder. I tried to persuade him further, but before I could even hiss out a word, Hey Yao's tail tip was already in my mouth. Luckily, I didn't have a snake's instinct, and didn't bite down immediately. Otherwise, only I would have been returning to the cave today. The black snake was thick, and his tail tip filled my mouth completely. I couldn't make a sound. As we passed the female snake, that strange scent grew even stronger. Hey Yao's muscles tightened even more fiercely. At this moment, his tail tip was already pulled out of my mouth. The female snake seemed unable to suppress her desires, wanting to get closer to the black snake, but she was deterred by the black snake's cold, menacing gaze, and his venomous fangs. The female snake watched us for a while, before reluctantly swimming away. I was still dazedly watching the departing back of the female snake, not realizing that Hey Yao's coils around me were tightening. Once we reached the cave, Hey Yao placed me on the dry grass. His eyes stared intently at me, making me feel extremely guilty. What's wrong? My wifey can only be you. You can't push me onto someone else. After he finished speaking, he didn't give me a chance to reply, and angrily slithered out of the cave. I let out a soft sigh. Because of his mating season, Yao left early and returned late. I also felt embarrassed to ask, only praying in my heart that he could be a little more flexible and resolve things outside. We hadn't spoken for several days. I thought we would spend this long mating season like this, just getting through it. But no one expected things to change so quickly. This morning, the black snake and I went hunting together. We traveled in silence. He wasn't carrying me on his back anymore, but was swimming ahead on his own. However, I still noticed that he consciously pushed down some sharp weeds and swept small stones aside with his tail. I was deeply touched. My snake skin was very tough. These things wouldn't hurt me at all. Yet, he still bothered to do these things. I tried to strike up a conversation with him. Hey Yao. The weather's really nice today. We'll definitely get to eat our fill again. The black snake didn't reply to me. He just kept moving forward silently. I didn't feel awkward and continued to hiss, "Hey Yao. What do you think we'll eat today?" That spotted deer last time was especially delicious. The meat was so tender and smooth. The black snake still didn't respond to me. So I continued talking. Just as I was about to tell him my true origin, the unexpected happened. Another male snake, also in its mating season, appeared. He was dark green and looked unkempt, with several clumps of mud clinging to his body. The bloodstains from his meal hadn't been cleaned off either, and he smelled a bit foul. The moment the green snake appeared, the black snake coiled around me, firmly protecting me behind him. The green snake appeared older than Yao, and his body was thicker and stronger than Yao's. I sensed danger and trembled behind Yao. Two strong snakes, both in their mating season, stared coldly at each other, trying to overpower the other with their presence and scare them away. The green snake was the first to lose patience. "Brother, the female next to you hasn't mated with you yet, has she? Females have very high standards for their partners. She probably doesn't think much of you. Why don't you let her be mine? I'll definitely tame her and make her utterly submissive. Then, when she lays a clutch of eggs, it'll be a good deed for our tribe too." His words were so arrogant. My heart sank. I looked at Yao. His eyes were filled with venomous green. The black snake coiled me up with his tail and gently placed me on a nearby clump of weeds. His tail tip lightly tapped me. I knew this gesture was to comfort me. Then he suddenly surged forward and lunged at the green snake. The green snake didn't back down either. "Kid, you just became an adult this year, didn't you? I advise you not to be stubborn. Otherwise, I'll eat you. And then I'll take that dead snake for myself." The two snakes writhed quickly. A large area of grass on the ground was flattened. Yao was fighting with all his might, but I could tell he couldn't hold on much longer. Yao was tightly coiled by the green snake's larger body. The green snake was in the prime of his serpentine life, while Yao was still a newly adult snake. What should I do? The black snake has been so good to me. I can't be ungrateful. I took a deep breath and decided to join the fight, where the green snake couldn't see me. With lightning speed, I bit into his snake body. As for where, I didn't even know. The green snake smelled awful, a stark contrast to Yao's fresh, clean scent of grass. But I didn't let go. Instead, I injected all my venom into the green snake's body. Yao saw me join the fray. A flash of worry appeared in his eyes first. Then he coiled even tighter around the green snake, to prevent it from breaking free and flinging me off. Fortunately, my venom worked well. The green snake's struggles grew weaker and weaker, and soon it lay motionless. Yao immediately released him and moved aside. "Wifey, wait a moment. I smell awful." I couldn't help but laugh and cry at his words. At a time like this, he was still worried about being clean. However, I didn't insist on approaching him. After he had rested, we went to the stream to clean ourselves. Yao was used to cleaning his snake body with water plants. He would coil the water plants around himself on the spot and rub until he was clean. I also learned from him and cleaned my teeth. When we returned, the black snake coiled me onto his body again, just like before, carrying me back. "Wifey, I'm sorry. I didn't take good enough care of you. I scared you just now. Wifey, even if you had left just now, I would have understood. And I didn't want you to get hurt. But I'm truly happy that wifey didn't abandon me." I was also very relieved that we were both okay. The black snake intimately touched the tip of my tail with his tail tip. I remembered something. "My name is Songyu." Wow, wifey's name is so beautiful. As beautiful as wifey. I thought he was talking nonsense. Clearly, the female snake who proposed to him was much prettier. After that incident, my relationship with Yao returned to how it was in the beginning. However, Yao's mating season seemed to vanish all of a sudden. And I had no mating season at all. I don't know why. I seemed to feel that the world was blurry for increasingly longer periods. And the blurriness was spreading wider and wider. Could it be nearsightedness? My silly snake brain. came up with such an absurd answer. Wifey, I'm back. It was the usual greeting. But there was a noisy background sound. Hey Yao. Did you hear something? No, wifey. Did you mishear? Hey Yao's voice in my ears grew fainter and fainter, while another voice grew clearer and clearer. Doctor, when will my daughter wake up? She's not in critical condition. After we administer the medication, she will regain consciousness soon. Oh my goodness. You scared me to death. Moderate alcohol poisoning is already very dangerous. She fell into a coma, and there's significant damage to multiple organs. As parents, you should also check on your children from time to time. How is their life? Young people nowadays are under a lot of stress. Alcohol is commonplace in their lives, very ordinary, but they shouldn't neglect their own bodies. Thank you, doctor. Alright, that's all. You just take good care of your daughter. Oh, alright, doctor, I'll see you out. No need, this is fine. Please take care. I noticed that the black snake and that world were becoming increasingly blurry. Reluctantly, I called out, Hey Yao. My last sight was Hey Yao slithering towards me. I struggled to keep my eyelids open, wanting to open my eyes. When I finally did, what greeted me was a pristine white ceiling. Yeah, you're finally awake. How are you? Are you still uncomfortable? Come on, yeah, drink some water. Slowly now. Yeah, I don't know what to say to you. Working hard is one thing, but you can't sacrifice your life for it. Drinking at business dinners like it's water. Are you trying to die? If you're gone, how will I live on my own, Mom? Mom, I promise, I really promise. There won't be a next time. I suddenly wanted to rest. I cashed in all the vacation days I had saved up in one go. The manager who approved my application looked at me as if he'd seen an astronaut. Don't look at me, hurry and sign. How rare. Missed Songyu, the workaholic, is actually taking a vacation. What's going on? Alcohol poisoning. Scared of death. Quick, take it and rest well. Work is never ending anyway. I nodded, took the slip of paper, and got ready to pack for my vacation. As I walked out of the company gates, I suddenly smelled a faint scent of fresh grass. A very familiar scent. Where had I smelled it before? Hey Yao? I searched for the scent in disbelief. Could it be that Hey Yao, like me, also fell asleep and became a snake in that world? But he's actually a human? Logic told me this was just from reading too many novels and imagining things. But deep down, I couldn't help but hope that this guess was true. If Hey Yao was truly a human, then I could like him without any pressure. Following the scent, I saw a man wearing a white shirt and black pants. I felt my posture was too suspicious. I felt a bit like a human trafficker. Involuntarily, I puffed out my chest, although it wasn't much. The closer I got, the stronger the scent of grass became. It smelled very pleasant. Hello, may I know you? My name is Songyu. I distinctly saw his eyes light up. Hello, my name is Xinyao. Well, I'll be. Why did his eyes light up? I'm sorry, I must have mistaken you for someone else. Of course, you can also call me Hey Yao. You remember that, right? Humph. I still remember calling you wifey. Can I continue to call you wifey? This was a confession. I immediately nodded, yes. This vacation was perfectly timed. Xinyao and I had a crazy amount of fun. This young man is really good, truly excellent. He's just right for our Songyu. Haha. I knew my mother was subtly worried too. Her marriage hadn't been smooth or happy. My father was an incompetent husband and father, bringing pain to my mother and me. Especially for my mother. When I was little, she struggled to make a living at the bottom, raising me with great difficulty. My childhood taught me that money was very important. I didn't actually like working. I just liked money. Xinyao started his business with desserts and already owned 3 dessert shops. In recent years, he had also ventured into the jade business. The sense of security money provided was irreplaceable by anything else. But Xinyao's actions reassured my mother. From the day we confirmed our relationship, Xinyao explained everything about himself. My family has a special ability. I have a talent for seeing stones. When he said that, I understood. It must be similar to X-ray vision. But only for stones. For humans. This was an incredible cheat code. You just told me about your special ability. What if I had ulterior motives? You wouldn't. You're the kindest person. Although I didn't think this was my characteristic, I gladly accepted it. After clarifying everything, Xin Yao, witnessed by my mother and his parents on a video call, transferred 2/3 of his assets into my name. The remaining 1/3 belonged to Xin Yao, with the condition that he could not harm me. In other words, almost all his assets were mine. Aren't you afraid I'm a scammer who'll take the money and run? You're not a scammer. You're my wifey. Xin Yao. Our marriage was very smooth and low-key. I only invited 2 friends from the company. The manager who approved my leave was one of them. Well, Songyu. You said you were taking leave to rest. Turns out you went and got married. You really kept us in the dark. Oh, come on. When I took leave, I didn't expect it to happen so suddenly. Is he a good man? Of course he is. Otherwise, how could I possibly marry him? How could Ms. Songyu's taste be bad? Do you like it, wifey? My old-fashioned thinking. Was that women should enjoy these things. I admitted I was smitten. My beloved girlfriend, however, was represented by the 2 ornaments on the bedside table. 1 black snake, 1 yellow snake. My family is special. We can transform into snakes after our fated person appears. In our dreams, we draw that fated person into a virtual world we create. Only when the fated person also falls in love with the creator of the virtual world will the virtual world fade away and disappear. If the fated person doesn't develop feelings of love for the creator, then the virtual world will collapse in various world-ending disasters. I didn't meet Yaya for the first time then, when I was still a young snake. She saved me. She saved me from the fate of being swallowed by a gecko. She was scrawny back then. Her clothes worn but clean. The hand she used to hold me was also very soft. I always remembered the scent on her, a floral fragrance. Because Auntie Songyu's mother, was a florist, Yaya would help out every day. Over time, she became imbued with the scent of flowers. My parents found me quickly and brought me home. The day I transformed into human form, I chose transformation water with a grass scent, because I always remembered the floral scent on Yaya. Grass and flowers matched so well. When I pulled Yaya into my virtual world, I had no memories from the real world. But the moment I first saw Yaya, my heart belonged to her once again. I knew it was her. For this lifetime and beyond.